everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beautiful Boys. I'm Andy Haynes, and I'm joined by
Michael Shane Cannon.
And today we have the inimitable, hilarious David Drake. Really funny comic. Go check out all his stuff.
Kind of looks like Steven Dorff.
Yeah.
Now that I think about
He
it.
does have a dwarfish
Yeah.
Kind of visage.
Gorgeous.
I said visage because I couldn't remember the easier word. Anyways.
I haven't understood 80% of what you've said so far.
That's okay. We have a great episode today. Mike went to Rockland County Public Schools.
Yes.
And I will be, if you are out and about, I will be in Moncton. I think it's New Brunswick. I think that's what that stands for. August 28th, the 29th, and 30th, I will be at Halifax Live in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And then at the end of September, I will be at the White Rabbit Cabaret in Indianapolis, Indiana, September 25th. And the next night, the 26th, I will be at Commonwealth Sanctuary, I think it's called. And that is in Cincinnati, Ohio. So come out to one of those. Everything available at punchup.live.com/andyhaynes.
Yeah. And I'm going to be in New York City, actually. I'm running my hour. Very rare appearance for a long set for me in New York City at the Comedy Cellar, Fat Black Pussycat Lounge, August 25th at 10:30 p.m. So if you hate your job or flat out are not working, come on out to that.
What day of the week is that?
That is a Monday.
Nice.
Yep. Only the premier acts get Mondays, folks. And then in September, boy, do things pick back up. And thank God I thought I was out of the business. September 17th, I will be in Milford Arts Council. Never mind, I'm out of the business.
You got Milford?
In Connecticut. It's September 19th through the 20th. Oh, no. I'm at Governor's Comedy Club in
How
Levittown.
the fuck did you pull this off? I thought you said everything was going bad.
Levittown, Long Island. And then September 26th through the 27th, I'm in Portland, Maine. I can't wait. I'm going to see Rosebud's mom under the shroud of secrecy. And I'll be at Empire Comedy Club. Very excited for that weekend. All tickets at MikeCannonComedy.com.
Bye.
We'll watch the show first.
Yeah, watch the show. Sorry. I'm always trying to get away from kind of interactions.
I think we are recording now, right? Nice.
Yeah, we're recording.
What position did you play?
Cornerback.
Nice. Fast.
So
Shifty hips.
basically, like you would think, or at least I thought, that you'd cover the receiver, and so you'd both be running out together. You basically just be sprinting together.
Yeah.
But in high school football, no one can throw the ball.
Right.
So the only thing they do is hand it to the linebacker, who does a reverse and goes around the corner, and then it's you having to tackle the linebacker, who's the biggest person on their team.
Mm-hmm.
And the cornerback is not a big person.
Right.
Because they're running all the time. And so it was always just this giant monster coming around, and then me running as fast as I could at this guy running as fast as he could at me. And
trying to get off a stalk block and then come at this guy who was a real man.
Yeah, I was terrified the whole time. I was like, this is not fun. I don't know why I thought I had to do it.
You're just bouncing off of him?
Yeah, well, they would hurt me a lot. Sometimes they'd run over me. You're supposed to grab onto them.
Dude, my friend Jimmy he got trucked more than any other human on the face of the earth, but his whole technique was to allow himself to get bulldozed, and then he'd pull the person down with him.
Yeah,
it was brilliant. He had the most tackles on the team because he just had this thing but he got like demolished, and then he'd play quarterback.
Oh my God. The breath getting knocked out of you would happen all the time. And it was like frightening. I just remember laying on my back, looking up at the lights, and then, your high school is over there. And you're having a panic attack because you can't breathe.
Cowbells going, and you're like, what's happening?
Where'd you go to high school?
Connecticut, and also Chicago. So I was 3 years in Farmington, Connecticut, 1 year Lake Forest, outside of Chicago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that a big sport? Like, because Connecticut, I have no clue in terms of what their sports are like. I played a lot of AAU tournaments basketball there, but in terms of, it's a small state.
Connecticut's soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Everybody had a good soccer team. Yeah.
But Chicago was, if you were in the city proper.
Chicago that was a suburb of Chicago, Lake Forest. And we had a bad football team. Like, in general, the Midwest has better football teams because everyone's
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
They ate more corn.
They say corn. I think it's just that, like in Connecticut, we had a school that was like 1,000 people, but in the suburbs of Chicago, there were schools with you have like New Trier, which has like 5,000 people.
Mhm.
So then your talent pool for your football team is going to be like.
Yeah, I think my high school was 4,500.
That's so big.
Yeah.
But it was in the city of Seattle.
I think I was similar with I think 1,000, 1,200 maybe tops. And we got bumped up to A when I played. So my senior year, we were B our whole life and then A, and we played these teams that were like state, huge, really big. I mean, Spring Valley was like our local, really athletic, the urban team to say.
Yeah. Were you in New York?
Differently. I was, yeah. But I remember they had this one running back who was like 250 pounds, but he could run fast. And we played against Spring Valley in the rain. And the first play, like this was before I knew consequence to hitting and how to like leverage body or anything like that. And I saw this guy coming through the hole and I was like, this is my ESPN top 10 moment. I'm going to light this dude up. And I remember going in and the next thing I remember, I'm on my back and rain is going in my helmet and I hear the cowbells and then the ref blew the whistle and they scored a touchdown first play of the game.
Great.
It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, I remember I think it was just like growing up, my dad was the coach for every sport. He wanted to like be very involved sports wise. So I felt.
Did you like that?
I don't think I did. It's a shame because like his dad didn't go to any of his sports. So his thought was, I will go to all the sports.
Damn, I might be your dad. Dude. Oh no.
Did I ever tell you my dad? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. It's just a shame that you can't win.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know
No
what
matter
I mean?
what, you're
Yeah.
kind of doing something that they're going to use against
You're
you.
trying to do your best, but it's just bumming me out that my dad is always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I think the way in which I'll change is I will be a willing scapegoat. I will be a willing, like, hey, man, whatever you feel held you back, put that onto me.
Wow.
I'm okay with that. You know
That's
what I mean?
nice.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the grenades. Who gives a shit? Because there's nobody that deflected more than my dad of just like, are you kidding me? I hate you so much. You should have been good at ball.
Yeah. My dad was all state football, like played college. He was the state champion for wrestling. Barely even let me throw a football.
That's
like,
great.
And I didn't know until I was like maybe, I don't know, in college how good he was. I knew he played football.
I bet he'd be proud now to know that you're Prefontaine.
The running.
Yeah, that's your entire outfit is literally.
Yeah, I've just been running a lot
First
lately.
Nike waffle sneakers.
But no, I was like, why didn't you make me a man? Like, how were you a sports champion? And I'm, like a ballerina basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I had a bad home life. You had a good home life. You didn't need to do that.
Nice.
I was like, get laid? Be cool? What are you talking about?
So what sports did you play growing up that your dad was a coach of?
Soccer, baseball, football, and then so I carried those into. He would have played lacrosse. He got us lacrosse sticks. So he would have anything I did.
He exposed you to everything.
Yeah. He
That's
was
cool.
just always the coach of every sport.
Yeah.
And so any sport,
Did that fuck with your relationships with the other kids? Like, did the other kids look at you as the coach's son, or was that? You didn't clock it.
I don't know. I guess I did feel a little weird. He created a position in soccer called the monster back.
I thought you were going to say called my son.
It basically, now in retrospect, this is my son position because it was like, all right, there's defense, there's offense, there's the goalie, and then there's this kid who just gets to do whatever they want.
The monster back.
The monster back.
Nice.
I like that.
And
You have free reign of the field.
Yeah.
He played a 3-3 David 1.
I was allowed to do whatever I wanted.
That's so funny.
But it didn't even register as odd until right now, where I'm like, I don't think that's a position.
No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. That's no other team is using the monster back. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Dude, I was such a little like shit when like knowing for a fact that my dad and parents didn't really know anything about sports. Neither of them had played. And yeah, that's sick. There will be several construction sounds coming from behind me. But he would like, I think I've said this before, but he really enjoyed the attention that came with me being good at sports.
Mm-hmm.
So he would make a big show of himself at the game. And like, I've had 2 outbursts in my entire life on separate fields. One in soccer where he was like, pass the ball. And I was like, but he didn't pass to me. And he like grabbed me by the neck, brought me home like immediately.
And that's so humiliating.
I think I was 6. And then when I was like 12, he was again just yelling like vague stuff because he didn't know the game. So he's like, run fast. Come on, man. Like, that stuff.
Yeah.
And I finally like snapped and I was like, what's a rebound? Like in front of the entire CYO gym, just being like, seriously, define a rebound right the fuck now. And he grabbed me by the neck, brought me outside, tuned me up, put me back in. And I was like soaked eyes and just being like, rebound from that.
Damn, dude. Yeah, my parents barely put their hands on me. I never like.
What are you bragging?
I got spanked. Did you get spanked?
Yeah, and yes.
Last week, my mom did it. I don't know why I got hard, but no, it's so weird to talk to friends who their parents hit them.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, is this like a traumatic thing or?
I don't even know. I think like all it's done is just lay a blueprint for what I won't do.
Yeah.
Like I remember not liking it, but but I don't remember having like hardcore crying at night because I got the shit kicked out of me. I was just kind of like, that's what it was.
It's so weird now though, because it's like, I'm sure that there's lots of places where people still spank their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I talk to them from stage. Like there's people constantly that are still vying for that as a reasonable
I can't
response.
imagine getting to a place. I mean,
Well,
have you guys ever spanked your daughter?
No, I can't imagine. Just even thinking about it now, I remember there's like one Thanksgiving where I was screaming or being a kid at my grandparents' place, and then
being a kid.
Yeah,
exactly right.
You're just being an insane little
being a boy,
lunatic. Yeah. And so they're like, "That's it." And then Dad takes you to the room, which in my grandparents' house is right next to the kitchen. And the spanking, and then I'm screaming and crying. So basically now, in retrospect, you're just like thinking about Thanksgiving dinner. Mm-hmm. All your family's there. They're just sitting there. The boy is removed, beaten, screaming, crying. And then everyone comes back, and your grandparents are like, that was a good thing that they...
Everybody was... it's so weird to think about now, because, the same thing. Like, I remember one time I was, like, being a little boy, and I, like, fucked with my uncle's ear. I kept on walking by the couch and, like doing kind of like that, like, just slapping the top of his ear. Not, like, crazy, but my uncle's, like, a very queenie gay man who just did not want to be touched. And after like the 3rd time I did it, he grabbed me by the ear and pulled me to the room and spanked me. And all the adults were like, yes, that's what you do to the little boy.
I mean, the
I can't
decency
imagine
of removing you from public, though,
by
is
my
pretty
ear,
cool.
though.
Yeah, but
I think he like got me
audience.
off the ground.
Can you imagine your brother taking your daughter or your son into another room and hitting them?
I would beat them to death. I would literally beat them to death.
But it was like all of our childhood, like it was very normal to see a kid taken to the side and hit.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I think I've already said this on the pod, but I was with my daughter in London. We were having dinner. She was getting kind of like too tired, impatient. So I took her out for a walk, and then I'm like carrying her back, and she's just hitting me in the face, just full like, and I just, after a second, I just go, don't, like, I just take her hand and I just say, stop, but I kind of like hit her hand, and she started crying, and then I started crying.
Yeah.
Because I felt so bad that I'd hit her hand.
Yeah.
And now the idea that like she would misbehave and I'd be like, come over here, I'm going to hit you.
Right.
No, my son. I understand feeling absolute uncontrollable rage at your child.
Of course.
Sure.
because there's been plenty of times where she is so bad, and I just would love to throw her as far as I can.
Yeah. That's where being a comedian actually comes in handy, is like you just get to imagine violence. Like you don't have to participate in it.
Yeah.
I do that all the time where like my son, I was telling Nicole before, I'm like finally kind of on an even keel. I've been in fight or flight for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months, maybe 40 years, but I'm finally like somewhat on an even keel. And today was Halloween day at my son's camp. So he wanted to be a Labubu. We got him these ears. My wife was going to do the makeup. And of course he woke up at like 6:15 a.m. I'm not going to be a Labubu. Like just on 8,000 RPMs from the second he woke up. And I think I got like as crazy as I've ever gotten, which was me kneeling down and making intense eye contact and being like, I will not be spoken to like this. I was like, I wouldn't let an adult, I wouldn't let anybody talk to me. And the look in his eyes, I was like, I can't believe my parents used to see that look and then be like, he needs one more.
That's insane.
For him, I bet that meant so much more than if you were just constantly this rage-filled lunatic.
Totally.
But it's like this gentleman looked at me with darkness.
Totally. He was stunned because I mean, I went for an hour of just like, that's cool, man. Like, we'll pick this costume out. You have a whole basket of stuff. We can mix and match. You can be creative. You can do whatever. Trying to find different stuff. And it was just like, it was an unquenchable angst that he was feeling. So it's just, I also have a ton of empathy for that because it's like, he has no regulatory system so far. He's like learning it as he goes. All of this stuff is just like, he's basically on drugs. He has like all these new hormones and all these new things coursing through his body. So I'm trying to be almost as patient with him as I would be with a blacked out friend. Where I'm like, no, we got to go here. Let's go go to the diner. We need bread.
I think you should be able to hit your blacked out friends. That'd be so nice.
I have.
Of course.
Yeah, I've definitely hit my blacked out cousin.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Be like, man, you got the shit kicked out of you last night. I don't know why you were talking to that guy, but he fucking beat the fucking spit out of you, dude.
But I agree though, because it's like, it is, and I didn't yell or anything like that. I just kind of like really steely was like, this will not.
You gave him a little peek.
Yeah, a little peek.
Yeah.
And I've said this on the show
before. Something else is lurking in here.
I wish I could almost upload him with my memories so he knows how progressive of a moment that was for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey man, do you want to know what that would have been like when I was a kid? Just to see.
I'm sure my family has video of me being hit. You know what I mean? Like, that's how normal that was back in the day. They're just like recording the picnic with a camcorder, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, Andy's getting hit as per usual."
Look at Andy being a boy.
I was a bad kid though. I was like a fully like I liked getting in trouble.
Negative attention.
Yeah. When I got to middle school, I think I got like a referral is what we called it, where you got like sent to the office for a referral. I think I got 70 something in like 6th grade. Like I loved it. That's
like the whole year.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. Like
That's like Heath Ledger and
I went to
Things I Hate About You.
I went to ISS in school suspension like 4 times. And this is so funny because this shows you who I was also. I had Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style on cassette tape.
Yeah.
And there was some kids in there and they were like, hey, can I borrow it and record it? And then the next day I was like, hey, did you record it? And they're like, oh man, hey, I lost it. And I was just like, yeah, that's gone. All right. Good talk. Good talk, guys.
Did you fight them immediately?
No, I never fought.
So the tape taught you nothing.
Well, I was from a very affluent, let's say it, white neighborhood, you know, like pretty well to do. And, you know, just surrounded by kind of girls and gay men and
Birkenstocks.
Nobody ever taught me how to fight. And I never really had that. So I just never fought.
Never. Did you fight a lot as a kid?
Yeah.
I mean, I would like wrestle and stuff like that, but I'd like get in like a fist fight with somebody.
Yeah.
I think the only time I ever got in a fist fight in my life was when I was like blackout drunk.
No kidding. Yeah. That was like my whole, I mean, I grew up in a neighborhood of all older boys. So there was no conflict resolution if it didn't involve knuckles.
I had a physical thing on Sunday.
Yeah. Whoa. All right.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to drop it for you guys.
A scoop on Beautiful Boys with
pod.
David Drake, our guest, who we have yet to introduce.
Oh, yeah.
Wanted by the Maplewood Police Department.
This is my final appearance.
This guy wouldn't stop honking. I couldn't hit my kids, so I went over and I beat him to death.
From the ceiling.
I took my daughter to Coney Island on Sunday, and I was there with my wife and our friends Lane and Julia and their nieces. And so we were playing in the water, and I always have an eye on my backpack because I know people take them at the beach. So I'm in the water, I'm playing with my daughter, and then I'm constantly looking back at the backpack, and then I see that it's gone. Ugh. So I'm like, fuck, somebody took the backpack. And so I'm running up and down the beach like a lunatic looking for this guy who did this. And then my wife gives me her phone, and it's got, I guess she, unbeknownst to me, has been tracking my movements.
Yeah, they all are. Yeah, they all are.
Yeah.
So my wife shared my location with her, and I had no idea.
I had no idea. So she hands me this radar that shows where the backpack is going. And I'm like, we're going to talk about this later.
She's like, Patriot Act.
I'm like, we need some boundaries here and some pride, but I'm going to thank you for doing this because I am going to find this guy. And so I'm tracking him up and down. He goes up the boardwalk, and then he goes into Coney Island. All my stuff is in this backpack. My shirt is in this. So I'm just running shirtless, shoeless into Coney Island.
Damn.
And I track him to this street, and then I see him, and he's holding my backpack, and then I say, nope, grab the backpack, and then I call him a fuck, and I push him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was he a bigger guy? Was he a big dude?
Yes, 45-ish, I'm guessing.
Wow.
Bearded, tall, and...
Junky looking, or...
He looked strong.
So heroin with protein.
I don't know. Like, yeah.
How did he react to it?
He was thrown off because I came out of nowhere. He didn't see me coming. So now I'm just like this shirtless lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who calls him a fuck.
Also, you're tan, so shirtless, you could be also an outdoor all the time guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you don't know
shoeless.
what I am.
Exactly.
I got no shoes.
You're walking shoeless through Coney Island.
You
like
robbed a homeless guy?
I robbed a homeless guy of my stuff.
No, I mean, he thinks he robbed a homeless guy. He's like, fuck. Glad I didn't look in this.
I mean,
it's probably just recyclables. Yeah. It's Justin. That's a guy we work with who he insists on putting everything in, like, he always is traveling with like a duffel bag full of plastic bags that have things in them.
That's crazy.
He collects like if there's trash from after the move, he'll like take it home with him. For some. I guess
he recycles it.
Does he hope to go on Pawn Stars one day?
No, that would be way too ambitious for him.
I think he probably is just a very good guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to use this trash. I'm going to use everything like the buffalo.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he's like altruistic.
He unspools tape balls and rewraps
wraps
them.
It back up. But it is funny because he is always taking trash home with him.
So you push him.
I push him. The bag. I call him a fuck, and then I realize there's no real follow up for me here.
Yeah.
Because like I can't. I have my stuff.
Yeah.
I have distance, and now I'm starting to remember that people are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's either I can follow through and do something crazy, and
good for you for having this much thought in that split second.
That happens when you have kids, though. That like immediate consequence.
It's probably because you
head.
start wanting to hit them, and then you can't, so you have to.
Yeah. Well, and also, it's like
she taught me a lot.
Jail is a reality. Like when I fought when I was younger, I never once even considered being taken into custody. Not once in my life. Even when I was like old enough, drinking, bar hopping, all that shit, never once thought I would get thrown into cuffs. But now you're like 40 of a family. You have things to lose.
Oh yeah,
and it's like that's the first thing. Even when Sagalo and I got accosted by that guy outside of the cellar, like my first thought was like, oh, if I like beat the shit out of this guy or get into something, this is like an arrestable offense.
Yes, So I was happy to have my backpack, and that was the goal. And I had achieved Michael,
Success.
and I had called him a name. And so I was pleased.
You shamed him.
I shamed him publicly.
Were there people around?
There are people around. They see that something's going on. They're starting to pull out their phones.
Oh, no.
And so I'd achieved everything I wanted. So then I leave. And then I look through the backpack. He had taken I had some new sunglasses. He had taken those. And he had taken my credit cards. But he had also thrown out my shirt and my daughter's toys when he was like rifling through the bag.
Yeah.
So now I'm furious again.
Man, he made
I didn't
quick work.
Yeah, so he must have he went to the bathroom and there's no cell phone service in the bathroom, so I lost him in there when I was like radaring him.
Right.
Did you go back to the bathroom?
I just didn't realize he had done all this until I had gotten back to my friends and my wife and we're all cheering and I'm like, woo, woo, woo. And then I looked through the bag and realized like
Everything of importance is gone.
He still took my credit card, so now I have to cancel all those. He left me my license, but he didn't leave it for me. But my license is still in there. It's not in his pocket.
That's nice.
And then he stole my sunglasses, which were nice. So I was upset. And then my daughter is questioning where her toys are.
Yeah.
The bad man got them. Now we have to talk about the bad man
Her
all day.
sense of security is gone.
Yeah.
There's bad men out there.
Yeah, she was scared that night. She's like, is a bad man in the neighborhood?
She's like, what race was he, Dad?
When I found out he did that, I wanted to go back and I had the rage boiled up again, and then I wanted to do something again. But when I thought I had my life together, I was calmer.
I saw the other day a junkie had like 4 boxes. Like he was just walking. I didn't clock that he was a junkie at first. I just thought, oh, this guy's carrying boxes. And then I see this UPS guy walk up to him and without any kind of altercation, just got in front of him, grabbed the boxes, and the junkie was just like, rats. It was so weird to watch.
Yeah.
The UPS guy wasn't even like mean about it. He was like, nope.
Yep.
And then like walks
This must happen all the time. Just like guys going on the truck, picking up a box, walking off.
It was so confrontational.
Yeah.
It was like, nope,
It's like
he grabbed the wrong boxes.
Taking a marble out of a 1-year-old's hand.
Yeah.
Like, nope,
he went,
substitute it.
You saw him too. He went, ah. Like, he was like,
Did I tell you the Joe Larson, Portland, Oregon story?
no.
When I worked with him.
I work with Joe.
You do?
Yeah,
I
me
love
and Joe. He started a construction company in Jersey, and so me and Joe work together every day.
Nice. He's a great dude.
And he just told me this story yesterday.
No shit.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so weird.
But tell it again.
We were
anyway.
in Harvey's in Portland, and
Oh my God, you worked Harvey's?
dude, yeah. Which
Holy shit.
Louis C.K. famously wrote is the worst comedy club in the country.
It was really, really bad. And
The
it wasn't
stage-
even, I didn't think the room was as bad as just the way they ran it. But
Yeah,
you were
no,
about
it
to-
was that. It was like we had good shows every single night. Actually, Amy Miller was the host, which
Oh,
was
cool,
funny. That
yeah.
was the first time I ever met her. And then and I featured, and then Joe headlined, and then so long weekend, whatever. They make you pay for your drinks. It was the whole thing.
Cool.
It was the audience is a mix of like blue hair and then essays, like real like hardcore just dudes, and then old fucking people. So it was interesting. But the last night, the Sunday night. We get done with the show. Joe comes out. The trunk of his rental or the trunk of his car is open. And he's like, fuck, like what the hell? Looks in, his bag is gone. He's like, maybe I left it at the condo. Who knows? So we drive back to the condo. He drops me off. The bag obviously isn't there. He drives back to the club to call the police and file a report. And as he's calling, he sees a guy, a homeless gentleman, walking with his rolling luggage. And the guy was just like... And he was like, that's my bag. And the guy goes, no. And Joe's like, I'll give you $60 for it. And he gave him $60, and the guy gladly handed it over. And because all the masters to his album was on it.
Well, he said he had all this recording equipment in there.
A ton of stuff. Like it was thousands of dollars or whatever. Like all of his shit.
I
that
couldn't
he had.
imagine like losing like a fucking album too.
I know. It was a ton of stuff. And he was like first one that I ever knew that had that like Zoom H4n.
Oh, yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Because he was audio recording all the shows all weekend. So it was crazy. But I remember he was like, dude, I got it back. I paid for my own stuff.
He said he
I
took
would
the guy to an
gladly-
ATM.
Did he?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even know that part. That's hilarious. But
That's
yeah,
so fucking
it's
crazy.
It's wild.
Trying to think the last time I got like robbed like that was 2022 during the World Cup. I was in London and I was watching my phone while I was walking to a show. I was doing Don't Tell in London, and I was watching Amsterdam somebody. It was a big game, and I'm like walking down the street watching it, and I have my AirPods in. And London, by the way, is the world capital of getting your phone stolen. It's the number one thing they'll tell you. Don't walk with your phone. Wow. If you go online, you can see 10,000 videos of people getting their phones stolen. But my phone was here, and I was watching it, and then my phone was just moving away from me, and I was like, I think I just got my phone stolen. Like, I froze, and I was just like, I think I got my phone stolen. And it was open, too, because I was watching a game.
Yeah, shit.
And I was just like, fuck, he can get into all my shit. Like, and luckily I had my laptop on me. But I did go try to, like, I was like, I saw him turn down there. Maybe he's like stopped. He was fully gone.
That's terrifying. I've been watching videos of apparently during the Paris Olympics, they had to like put out an APB to Americans to stop beating up pickpocketers. Because pickpocketing is such a it's an art there apparently, and people were just getting yoinked, and Americans were the first group of people to just beat the brakes off these beret wearing fucks.
Well, it makes you so mad. Yeah. I like really struggled for the rest of the day to let.
I would not be able to.
You know what I mean? Like my wife had to drive home because I was like, I was like fuming just the thought of somebody throwing away my tank top. Yeah. I was so mad.
Yeah. It's also, he gave you an office job for the day. He made you do clerical work by canceling all your fucking cards. I had to cancel all my cards.
What if you looked over and I was wearing that tank top?
It was a good tank top is harder to find than you would imagine.
Is Andy wearing one right now? It's the same shade as your skin.
It's a good.
Oh, I am pretty white.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is I've been in Las Vegas in the sun for a week.
And that's how reflective you are.
I don't get it.
You're good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is correct. A dermatologist would be pleased.
You wear sunscreen though.
Yeah, but like
you tan crazy.
What's your background?
Do you have like Italian or something?
Irish Italian.
That's it. Mm-hmm. There it goes.
That's
but my brother is only the Irish.
Oh, really?
So like he's
I got zero spice.
That's like half why I bred with an Italian woman, because I just didn't want my kids to be that susceptible to the world burning.
No, Minnow's going to be translucent.
Yeah, she's going to be like Larry Bird.
No, it's weird. My dad is like mostly like English area, so like he will burn, but like for whatever reason, I just got all my mother's.
Nice.
Yeah.
I used to be an olive boy when I was younger. Like I never wore sunblock, always tan. All my sisters are like super fair skin, my mom, my dad. And then as soon as I started working in an office, right after college, and I spent all my days, in an office under neon lights. And then from that point on, I've had the most sensitive fucking skin, and it just burns immediately. I have to wear like SPF 70.
I think I'm going to look terrible in like 10 years.
You're going to get leather-faced?
I think so. Just because like I get the like, I have like 30 wrinkles up here.
Oh, yeah.
My wife has a skincare routine. I don't. Every job I work is some sort of outdoor job. So like, I think I'm just going to look.
You're going to
really
look
bad.
like the guy from Wayne, what's his name, from Uncut Gems. You know what I'm talking about? The guy that helps him in the casino.
I do, with like bleached white teeth.
Yeah,
phosphorescent.
Bleached white teeth and just like beef jerky skin. Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, I used
That's
to.
my future.
There was a woman that lived across from my grandmother's house named Anita. She had 2 kids that I always used to hang out with. But she was like Magda from There's Something About Mary. Like she had the reflective thing and would just constantly be out in the sun, oil, never protection. And right now, I think she looks like the rock thing from Fantastic Four.
That's great.
It's great. Her skin is just crackling. It looks like a drought.
No, you do start to become like a creature if you're out in the sun for years.
Yeah, like I was in Vegas.
You go bad.
I saw all the Vegas people, and the people that like that's their life. They all are leather people. They're all so dark and spotted and line. It's crazy.
There's part of me that thinks maybe that's okay though. Like maybe that's just, the built up protection. All of us are supposed to be from different kind of areas. So, Maybe that's their skin's just shield.
Yeah.
I think we're all supposed to stay in the places we were.
I do.
We weren't supposed to get that close to the equator.
Yeah, biologically, we were supposed to stay up there.
You're supposed to be a north person, and your skin is adjusted to the snow, and suddenly you're just in South America.
Yes.
And you're being punished.
Well, did you know that God cast us to different areas of the earth and gave us different languages so we wouldn't be able to connect with one another?
I did know that. I heard that.
So we couldn't connect with one another?
Like, so we wouldn't be able to communicate.
Why?
I don't know, because it was like one of his, merciless.
It was like the 11th commandment. There's supposed to be like another.
I forget exactly why, but
tablet.
I just remember that part and being like, that doesn't seem
Why
like a
would
loving
God do that? That's so weird.
I don't know.
God's
God-
just like, I don't want all you guys talking.
God is a truly catty bitch. Like, the whole Bible reads like he's just a vindictive
It would be
girlfriend.
so funny if something fell on your head right now.
I would welcome
man.
it, dude. I'd literally open up my arms and just take an anvil right to the teeth.
I had a show the other night, and I was like, man, I've been fighting with my wife, and then the ceiling light crashed to the ground.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
She has powers.
I was like, God damn.
How long have you been married?
We've been married since 2018, but we've been together since 2012.
Nice.
Yeah.
You met in Chicago?
Maybe it was 2017 we got married. Whatever. Don't put out this podcast.
We won't tell her, dude.
Yeah, we met in Chicago.
Nice.
I was telling them, by the way, you'll be introduced in title, but David is one of my favorite comics to watch in New York. And
Thank you.
he has, I was telling
Me
them all
too.
the bit about your wife getting on the motorcycle and
Yeah.
how that's like one of my favorite bits.
So what's great about that bit is so basically to catch up the
Audience.
pod.
Yeah.
My wife's coworker. My wife was like, "Hey, I'm going out with like my coworker." I was like, "Okay, cool." And she's like, "Yeah, he's gonna pick me up on a motorcycle." And then the bit is basically what I think about that. It's kind of, to me, that's cheating.
Yeah.
Because your seatbelt is just your belief in the person driving.
Well,
the-
also,
man.
you're holding on to the.
you're
Yeah.
holding them as it
You're also-
vibrates through the city.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem is that like just the vibration alone could bring somebody to climax.
Yeah.
I definitely would. Yeah, that'd be a big fight. Did you
Yeah.
guys fight about it?
No, I'm pretty chill. So I did not say anything, and then it started to pour rain, and he couldn't get the motorcycle there.
Oh, that's
So then I just wrote a bit and
Yeah.
put out the bit, and then I moved on with my life.
what a great guy. That would have been a major issue in my relationship.
Yeah, that would have
for
been
sure.
huge.
I'm never really worried about cheating.
No, I wouldn't even be worried about it. I just think that like
But it is like it's a sexual act.
I do worry about it in the sense like that I would just be like, sometimes I'm like, am I a fool? You know, like,
I think
would I, like the other day, this is like 2 or 3 months ago, but my wife, we were watching the NBA finals and my wife started listing off details.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the dudes she dated who were on TV.
That would be that would not be welcome in our home. And also, I know all of them, but she just started listing off like sports details, and
Yeah.
I was just like, "Who the fuck have you been hanging out with?" Like, you know, like it was just
Yeah.
like, how do you know what the record for the series is? Like,
Yeah.
you've never watched sports, and I started going like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know what the Knicks are up to? Excuse me? All you watch is Love Island. How do you know who
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson is all of a sudden?
I feel the same
Yeah.
anyway. Anytime my wife like kind of like tries in bed, I'm like, who has inspired you to do that?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
who is bringing that out of you? Because it's not me. It's not me.
Yeah, I don't feel jealousy or anything. When she told me about the motorcycle, she's like, "Yeah, I'm getting picked up on a motorcycle." It was more like joy of like I immediately had a bit, and so I smiled because I was like, this is going to be good for me, this motorcycle.
Do your guys' wives, this has been my favorite thing of the last 2 years, is my wife constantly sending me Instagram reels that are like passive aggressive critiques of my parenting.
Yeah.
Just like I get a reel every day that's like how you, the way you talk to your child will make them hate you when you grow up.
Yeah, I get these reels, parenting reels, like this is how to gentle parent your whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard that on the new special.
And then we do.
You guys are gentle parenting.
We're gentle parenting. And then the other ones I get, or she shows me her algorithm, and it's all just like jacked dudes like cooking or running.
I would be pretty guilty in that. Mine is all heavy-breasted. Mine is Mediterranean women.
Oh, we've done this. Yeah, it's we've shown, we've exposed.
I think mine is just like rivers.
That's what mine is. Mine is like hot, heavy-breasted Mediterranean women, and then cliff diving. It's a lot of cliff diving.
I like jumping.
Mine's Sydney Sweeney, and then why LeBron is the GOAT.
Yeah,
that'll be it. My wife sends me like preventative suicide parenting ones where she's like, send this to a dad who needs to know he's doing a good job.
Oh, that's nice. Your wife cares.
Yeah, but I think it's almost
more for
a little like condescending where it's like, it looks like you're having a tough time. So here's a picture with writing on it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So you got the new special out. How's that?
I do. It's going fine. It's going the same as the last one.
Your specials do great.
Yeah, I think it's good, and I'm happy with it. And
I like that you wore a suit.
Yeah,
is that something you always do, or that was new?
No, that was just like change up the vibe. Mm-hmm. It was like both in line with like it's called Big Break, which is both the thing that you say when you're about to break big, but also just like break.
Yeah, because you told me
a big break.
You told me you were going to take a break, right?
And I took a big break after that.
No kidding.
Yeah, I took several months off. Yeah.
Wow. Just because, like, for sanity purposes, or what was the motivation for that?
I just like, like we've all been doing this a long time, and so it's like we got to figure out like
why,
what is happening, because it's not the things I want to happen aren't happening.
Sure.
So there needs to be some sort of. I've done 6 hours of stand up that I've put out, and I am not in a good place. Like my,
you're on the right show. You are on the right podcast.
You're in good company, buddy.
I do great on XM, and so that's like my saving grace from this whole career choice that I've made. But I keep writing stand up. So I've written an hour since my last hour. And at some point you just like, you're looking at all these hours and you're like, what am I doing? I love stand up. I love performing it, but I'm not moving in the direction that I need to move or whatever.
Yeah.
So taking a break after last one, I was just like, what does my life need to look like? And that doesn't necessarily mean creatively, but also like, do I need like to I started construction during that time. I started carpentry with Joe.
Yeah.
And so I like doing that.
Doing the physical part of it?
Yeah, because like I've always been a mover with Andy. And so I always did stuff like that. But the moving company is a black hole, whereas what Joe is doing is like you can see progress and knowledge builds, and you can turn that into...
Did you go into it with knowledge, or did you...
Knew nothing.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
And Joe is just like helping me learn it.
That's cool.
Now
so
I
it's
can
like
do
tangible improvements.
Yeah, I can do like basic electrical stuff. I can work a saw without fear.
Yeah.
It's the first time you see a table saw.
It's terrifying.
It's like
terrifying.
You think your whole hand's gonna come out. You're like, certainly. And now I don't think too much of it.
Yeah, moving, the only skill we learned from moving is more moving.
Yeah.
Like you could just work for a different moving company, which is not good.
And it's not like the more moves you do, the better your knees get.
Yeah.
It's like they deteriorate. You have a shelf life.
Right.
Whereas carpentry, potentially you could...
You don't feel it's not the same wear and tear on your body?
No, I mean, there's physical aspects to the whole thing. Like, you still have to lift lumber and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like...
Moving's just constant lifting.
Constant lifting up and down stairs.
Yeah, that's
And,
walking, backbreaking.
Walking with 50 pounds of something in your arms, if not way more.
Because I've done construction before when I was younger, but I don't think it was definitely my fault. But it's like I was deflecting knowledge. Like I was intentionally not absorbing any of it.
because you think you're going to do something else.
Totally.
So that was just like a means to an end.
Yeah, I remember like in my 20s, I got a job at a hedge fund. Like as a temp agency put me at a hedge fund. And the hedge fund liked me. And they were like, do you want to go on like full time at this hedge fund? And I was just doing like admin stuff. But I think now, like how nice that would have been to have worked in a hedge fund for 10 to 15 years, like how much I would know. But I was like, nah, man, I'm here for a dream.
Totally.
Gave up, I'd probably have 4 or 5 houses now.
Oh, I was an office manager intentionally for like 6 or 7 years because I wanted to take on as little responsibility and as little like growth in the company so I could focus on the thing that I wanted to. And, I'm happy with the decision, but it also was like, I could have easily like gained knowledge that would have helped in some capacity.
And now we all have children.
Yeah.
And we're all fucked.
And our wives are the only ones that make money.
Yeah. But even like that is like nothing is certain, like I had a copywriting jobs up until last October, and then they all disappeared, I think with the advent of all AI.
Yeah.
Because like everywhere I go on LinkedIn, it's just like nightmare.
Yeah.
Just everyone, it's like the whole world is on fire.
That's wild.
So like, you have to like AI proof your life. Like our wives are doing well now, but like, you never know what the future is.
My wife isn't doing well.
Yeah, I was going to say, your wife is also kind of a creative.
She's doing great, but she owns her own business, and a lot of the money goes back into the business.
Yeah.
So, it all... I don't even know how to put it, but we rely on my money
All
as well.
I'm saying is our wives are doing pretty good now, but there's a reckoning on the way.
For sure.
Yeah, and their husbands will rise.
I can't wait till they have to stay at home. You're going to do bedtimes.
Yeah.
Well, and then carpentry is, I don't know if it's AI proof, but at least for the time being.
I think it's
pretty AI proof.
They're not creating, Boston Dynamics is only focusing on dance moves. They're not focused on labor yet.
Well, they are focused on killing.
Yeah. Yes, killing.
Dude, could you imagine that? Just like an army of those like animals.
Did you see the big one that can
No.
run? They got a new one that they put up the other day, and it can run like 50 miles at like 75 miles an hour. Something like
Sick.
that.
All
It looks like it's huge. I mean, it looks like a mastiff. It's like terrifying. And I said, I really do want to be torn apart by one of these.
Yeah, it's also, but then why do we even have soldiers? It's like, just put those out.
all I think all the time is like every decision humanity is making is wrong. It's like you have every ability to just like feed people and make sure everyone has a nice river that they can sit by.
Yeah, yeah.
But instead, it's all this kind of shit
Ownership.
all the time.
Well,
just like
I don't get how we keep on making movies about apocalyptic futures, and then we're like, we should invent that thing.
Yeah.
Like we
Well, because it's the people with the most money and fighting for the resources that are making those things. It's not the people.
Yeah.
It's like not like the biggest fan of Terminator 2 isn't the CEO of Boston Dynamics, you know?
But he certainly has heard of it.
Sure.
Sure, people are like, hey, man, this is reminding me a little bit of that
I just
robot.
think that they think they'll be gone by the time that like it comes to roost.
Yeah, they don't have to see the end result, but I think they all want to. I think they all want to, like, you don't invent something so you can not see.
Well, did you see that
how
interview
far
with
it
Peter
goes.
Thiel?
No.
Where the guy was just like, so you want like humanity to continue on, right? And he was like, he took like a huge break. He's like, that's a big extended pause. And he's like, well, he's like, you're hesitating on a very basic yes or no answer. And he's like, I see it as transhumanism, the merging of man and machine. And it's like, well, of course you do, you fucking sociopath. That's you want to live forever and just puppeteer this entire world.
And I get it too, because like you see all the shit online, all the people commenting and stuff, and you're like, man, these people in general are dumb.
Yeah.
And they are not liking my stand-up, which makes them stupid.
Yeah. They like auto-tune crowd work. You know, like that. They're like, this is the
it's a dumb world, and
This
they
is the
should be
best.
robots. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Vegas, and I always try to have this thought that I'm like somehow when I go into these places where it's like very like Midwestern or kind of like people from, you know, they're just out for a show. I can't like be mad at them for not loving what I do because you know, I kind of have like this very uniquely liberal city take. And I think I was there for 7 nights, and I want to say by Friday I was like, these pig people are trough eating idiots, and they all deserve a bullet. And you know, like I just like I was so mad. If you looked at like the writing, because I wrote every morning. By Friday, I was just talking about how the American dream was just to preserve like shopping in like Costco. Like I was just like I'd given up on our country by the time. That's what Vegas will do to you for 7 days.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I similarly, because I expose a lot of myself and my, you know, feelings, fears and all, and that makes like everybody uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Nobody likes it. I'm not like, I haven't gained fame from it. So it's not like, oh, look at this artist like doing it. It's just a dude saying things that are like too much.
Yeah.
And it bums people out.
I was really bummed about that because I thought I had a moment when like wokeness was really taking off, and I'm not like anti-woke or anything, but like I was just like, oh yeah, like I'll talk about these things, and then I was like watching everybody be like, this person is so brave, and this person is like, wow, what a crazy perspective. And then they got to me and they were like, we would like you to stop. Can you stop talking about these things?
We're just not interested in your
Don't
perspective.
talk about this. So that was nice. It's good to be where we're at, and I like it.
I was feeling hopeful at the beginning of this podcast. This podcast is 6 days in Vegas.
Is it? Did we bum everybody out?
I believe we started with our dads beating us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
true.
And that's what you felt.
David, cheer us up.
I was laughing a lot during
It fully
that,
landed. What do you got coming up?
Oh, I will have some.
Are you still doing a weekly show? Are you still doing shows?
Yeah. So we got the Comedians You Should Know every Wednesday in Greenpoint at the Gutter.
Yeah.
That's been great.
That's where you filmed the special, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How many of the specials were there?
I filmed 3 of them there, and then I recorded a 4th that I didn't film.
Oh,
And
okay.
So that
was
one's just on
pre-film.
like yeah. So like when I started, stand-up was all like albums.
Mhm.
So I have 3 albums, and then now I have 3 recorded hours.
You're not calling it a special.
With video.
That's so funny. People are like, I have a new 7-minute special on whatever the fuck. You've put out full hours.
I try to
produced
make
it.
them special. Like to me, what I've done is more special than like the average special, just
Sure.
because it's like it was a special night. Like all my friends are there. It was like a great hang.
Yeah.
With the last one, I wore a suit. I did set design that was different from the previous one where I did set design and had friends come out. But the night feels like a wedding. So to me, these do feel like specials, but so many people are putting out a special. So the word has lost its specialness.
Yeah, I suppose so. I think it's at this point, all it is like a long business card, like an interactive business card where you're just like, here, I can do this. Can this lead to more?
I view it more as like writing a book. Like, you know, your favorite novelist will write a book and then put it out, and then they'll write another book.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Matt Christopher.
there he is. That's your boy.
Yeah, I mean, he wrote children's sports books. The kid who only hit homers. It's a good one.
All right, that we find you reading that in bed
Just
now.
myself.
Yeah.
The boy with the golden arm.
Yeah,
Mike's
I think that
crying.
might be one of them. I told
It
you though. I
feels
just
right.
started reading Harry Potter,
Yeah,
and I hope it's going to change my life.
it's gonna make your kid anti-trans. So,
Well, I did give him background about that.
oh, okay, good.
I was like, before we read this, just
So you know,
the
this lady
firestorm.
is a bigot.
Yeah.
So I guess we kind of like glossed over it. After the break, was it nice to go back into stand up? Because I've kind of been in break mode all summer. I've been doing comedy, but I haven't really like been headlining. I've been just doing spots and trying to have fun again. And I want to say what I think is uniquely one of the worst writing processes. When I write new jokes, I have to bomb for like each joke. I probably have to bomb for like 2 or 3 months, and then maybe I get a new joke out of it.
So bombing is like it is good though, because it forces...
No, but my bombing is like where people are like,
no
have
fun.
You ever done this before? Like, did you think about this at all?
I love the little piano thing you did.
Oh,
that
yeah,
one time.
yeah.
Like,
that only worked for that, and I've tried to recreate that. It has to be emotional. I think it's because I'm so spectrumy.
Andy did a thing where he's like, where it wasn't going well, and he's like, imagine like, I've been doing this for like 20 years. Imagine like a piano player they've done it for 20 years, and then they get up to the piano, they're just like, that
is what it feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
Where you're
like,
how could I be?
Don't you?
100%.
How could I not know at least my scales?
Yeah.
At this point.
No, I'm only a good comedian every other year. It's like I put out a special every 2 years, and then the year following that, I'm more or less like I can keep it afloat, but it's, in my opinion, it's like not necessarily good stuff. And then after I've got the bones of an hour, I finally become kind of a good comedian again.
Yeah.
So just hopefully you catch me on an even year.
Do you have any interest in like, because you do a lot of parenting and stuff like that, like, do you like want to do not just the road, but like, can you, with your guys' like setup, like, could you go do cruise ships? Because you work clean mostly.
I don't want to do a cruise ship, and at this point, it's like, dude, I haven't succeeded at this, but I've done it the way I want to do it. So now I'm not gonna like. I have no interest in compromising.
Don't you hate when somebody's like, but now that is succeeding. You got to do your art.
Here's where I'm at.
And then you just see like a guy who like makes like the dumbest videos you've ever seen just drive by in a whatever those
Bugatti.
Yeah, he's in a Bugatti and he's just calls you the F word and then keeps driving, but he's filming it and it goes viral. And
he takes your bag. You fuck.
Yeah, you fuck.
I am so bad at knowing what to say to the people I hate.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said anything cool.
I get more articulate the angrier I get, which is a big problem for my relationship.
A guy, I got in a road rage thing where a guy was behind my car and my kid is in the car. And then the light turned green. He starts honking, but there's a guy in the crosswalk that he can't see because he's behind me.
Yeah.
So he's honking, going crazy. And then I roll down to my window and I dumbly try to. I'm like, "There's a man in the cross," and then I was like, "What am I doing?" So then I rolled up the window. Then he zipped around me. He pulled up on the sidewalk.
Nice.
And then cut me off. And then he got out of his car.
Oh.
And then I rolled down the window and then I went insane. And I was like, "Look at you, you dumb fucking idiot. You're out of your car. You're not even in your car. You're in the middle of the street. You fucking loser. Carless loot." Like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, and my daughter's like in the back seat listening to all this. And
how old is she?
She's 3. So then he gets back in his car because I zip around them.
He's just like, I am a carless idiot.
It's just like saying you're out of your car. Get back in your car. This isn't where people are.
Funny. You don't have a car anymore.
I do think some people forget that you can hit them with your car.
Yeah, that was the crux of my argument is you don't have your car. I'm still in my car.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
I have 2 tons of armor around me and I will smash you to jelly.
And then my daughter was like, wow, that was a lot of bad words. And I was like, yeah, sorry. And she's like, and what were those again? She asked me to say them again. And nice. I thought that was so funny.
I one time, speaking of hitting people, what if I just confessed that I ran over somebody? I was drunk driving in Putnam County. No, I was in the trucks and I did a move to Pittsburgh and I was coming back. It was like late at night. And that was when New York had flooded, like really flooded. Like, and the highway was closed because
This past week?
No, this is like 4 years ago, maybe
okay.
3 or 4 years ago. And it's me and Gavin Matz, and the traffic stopped because one of the underpasses where you go, whatever, it dips under a road had flooded. So the highway couldn't move forward. And so it's just stopped miles, just everybody stopped. And then I see an exit. So I'm like, oh, I'll just drive along the side and take this exit. Because we were not even going all the way home. We were just trying to get a hotel at this point. And this truck driver just gets out of his truck and just stands on the median. And I go, hey, what's up, man? And he goes, you aren't going. You can wait like everybody else. And I was like, oh, no, man, we're like that exit right there. We're actually getting off. We're not waiting. And he's like, nope, don't think so. And he just stands there. And I'm like, man, can you fucking like, please? We're not we're not going through. We're getting off. And he just won't move. And so I'm like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And he like walks up to the side, and I just gas it past him. And he's like hanging on for a second and like banging on the door and shit like that.
People get crazy.
Yeah. It was insane.
They don't realize they're risking their life for nothing.
Yeah.
Just to stop a guy.
I've been there, though. I've been in that level of psychosis where I'm like, the thought of death is not even, it's worth it.
I do. The New Yorkers, the thing with New Yorkers where they drive on the median or they wait till the very last second to merge.
Yeah.
I think I would give up comedy today if I could be deputized by the city and just enforce.
Do you see Francis does that? Ellis?
Yeah.
He had a whole... I can't believe he didn't get his car fucking smashed, because he's done that a lot where he intentionally blocks the shoulder so people can't fucking zip past. And he's had people just laying on the horn.
He's gotten death
pissed.
threats online because it like went viral, his video, and they played it on like the Breakfast Club or something like that. And people were like, I'm going to kill that guy. Dudes from the Bronx were like, I'm going to find that guy and kill him.
That's wild. Francis Ellis, he had a whole series on it if you want to check it out.
Lane Pichelle, who we work with. You know Lane?
I don't know if I did. I'm terrible with names, I'm sure.
What was the show that he used to run?
Fancy Show.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Lane has a theory. We should all get 1 kill a year. And you can kill these people, and then it'll all stop.
Yeah.
You get 1 kill.
That'd be fun if you just got to pick it, and like a group of like just operators came out, like Squid Game kind of guys, and you were just like, that's my kill. And then they just were like, okay, all right, we're going to.
We got into like the details of it. I can't remember them, but I think you have to do the kill yourself.
Well, that would be cool if that like came with meta glasses, is you could see like a green check mark for people you were allowed to strike down. They're like, they've done enough socially to earn a death. Wow. So then you could just fucking mow them with your car.
Black Mirror writers, pay attention.
1 kill a year.
1 kill a year.
That's not bad.
I like
it's not
that.
a bad idea.
We're kind of we're close. I think we're pretty close.
I do feel
to that
like
as
we
a
are.
society where
Yeah.
we'll have a purge or something. I think in our lifetime we'll have some kind of purge or public execution or something like that. Maybe not a purge, but a public execution.
Public execution. I'm down with that. I would be more into that than like most halftime shows. If they could just show that pay-per-view, even like just a 20-minute, hey, we're gonna kill this public figure.
I think that's what it'll be. It'll be a pay-per-view. It'll be like in between rounds of a UFC fight.
Yeah,
and somebody will have gone against whatever our new constitution is at this point. You know, they didn't like wave at the picture of Trump on the wall with everybody. And
they didn't cry hard enough at his funeral.
Cry enough, and AI Trump will sentence them to death, and then we'll watch those.
Maybe that'll be what the power slap will become. Yeah, people will just power slap each other to death.
Have you guys seen videos of people getting killed?
Yeah.
I can't watch them.
I can't watch them either. But have you seen them?
I mean, I've seen like somebody's been like, "Hey, watch this," and it's like a Faces of Death thing, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what? This is so stupid, but I subscribe to a few different
a death pot or
no, but I like
TikTok account.
These kind of like underground politics, but like more like Israel, Palestine, or Syria and stuff, where they will
What's
show
going on over there. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Just some good stuff. No, they'll show war footage. So I do see those videos of people getting killed. Like I've seen thousands of the camera on a drone land in a Russian guy's face.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Did you see the e-bike get dropped to the Ukrainian soldier who got left behind enemy lines, like Owen Wilson in that
No.
Gene Hackman
An
movie?
e-bike?
Dude, they did a drone with an e-bike just flew over, dropped the bike. The soldier got on the bike and rode back to Ukraine.
Good for
It was
him.
Wow.
so fucking sick. You're like, man, the future is now.
They just I just saw that they remade Running Man.
Nice.
Yeah, with Glenn Howerton.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh,
guy.
no shit. That'll be good.
He's having a
He was good in Blackberry.
career.
He sure is. Yeah, their first deal was for 50 mil. I'm sure they've gotten so
I saw.
much.
You know what's
Howerton
weird?
is
I was
my
watching.
Doppelganger. That's
yeah.
what I get accused of being usually.
I'm Tan France
Oh, okay.
from Queer Eye.
I see it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
What's yours? Who do you get compared to?
Michael Sommerhalter or something, or
Oh, yeah. I know the guy from with the eyebrows.
Yeah,
He
I
used to date Nina something or other from Vampire Diaries.
yeah, I get that guy.
Oh yeah.
obscure-
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I get Josh Duhamel sometimes.
but
I see that a little.
Hot
all
Josh
just
Duhamel.
standard, generic, hot, white.
You would have been huge in the 90s.
very generic though. yeah, nothing exciting about the people I get.
Well,
Ooh.
that power saw means we're coming to an end.
Yeah.
Do you want to promote? I have to
Do you
pay
wanna
for
plug
parking.
anything?
I would love to plug stuff. All my hours are on daviddrakecomedy.com.
Yeah.
And so you can check them all out there. And then, CYSK every Wednesday at the Gutter in Greenpoint. And I am doing some road stuff, Dallas in December, but I also have some other dates, New England, I think maybe Illinois, Chicago. Yeah. Got some
Great.
stuff coming up. That'll be on my website.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Dude, you're hilarious, man. I'm glad we're
yeah,
getting to know
you
You
each
are
other.
too, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Everybody go watch David's specials. Honestly, they're some of my favorite hours of comedy. I copy a lot of his material and do it on the road.
And anybody should. And
Yeah, if you
can.
want to see David's hour, you can also just come see me. I'll be in. I think this will be too late. This isn't coming out before the 15th.
We're
right?
doing a pre-show plug anyway.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Okay. So should I not do my own right now?
You don't have to. We can do
Great.
it later. We can
Cool.
celebrate David for all of the things him.
Awesome.
That sounds great.
You're great, dude. Thank you so much for doing
Thank
the
you
show.
for having me. This was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Give him back his stuff.
Yeah, give him back his
Oh yeah, if you find my tank top on Coney Island, it's a
or
blue
his
tank top.
daughter's toys.
Blue.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll get it.
matches a lot of my outfits really nice, and it was hard to lose that one.
All right, thanks everybody.